Well, hello everybody and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. How are you? Good to see you. It is Tuesday, the 17th of December. 4 days to go until the Christmas break, so make the most of us, won't you? We've got loads of new content to show you over the course of the holiday period, but we're live for the next 4 days and looking forward to today. Actually, a little bit later on tonight, we've got launch party. Now we're doing something a little bit naughty in this show because launch party tonight with some launches of recent times, things like the vintage scrapbook, distressed florals, double exposure, but we do have a brand new launch of some Valentine's paper pads, love letter and from the heart they're called. Not supposed to be launching till tonight, but we've nicked them. Big Pop's in the chair, so he's got the power to be able to do that, thing. So we've pulled a few strings, spoken to a few people, made a few phone calls. So we'll show you those later on in the show, and you can get your hands on those before everybody else. But also in this show, going to be looking at lots of other things when it comes to colouring. We've got the metallic paint markers on the show. We have also got the return of our fan art like a pro kits as well. Plus, Sheena's double exposure collection is back. We've still got the showstopper option available for that too. So if you missed the launch of that just a little while ago, we'll be chatting about all of that and more. Winter sale continues, of course, as well. We launched that yesterday. Some huge savings over on the website with up to 90% off. And if you missed yesterday, we do still have a few of those treat bags remaining where you can get huge savings, 50 bonus points on each and buy 4 for the price of 3. More on that to come in just a little while, but let us introduce you to the lovely lady to the other side of the studio. I mean, always used to associate Sheena with a Wednesday, but now I feel like today is bingo for you, because I don't think you've done a Tuesday before, but I feel like now you're here on a Tuesday. I feel like that's Sheena bingo. It's all the days done.
I've got a full line. Yeah, full house now. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think I've done a Tuesday. I usually counted on what's available at the restaurant at the Tuesday special today.
Yeah.
Tuesdays. I'm excited.
What are you getting?
I'm having a chicken wrap.
Whoa, I've heard
I
it's
know, so
great.
good. Yeah.
And in this show, we're having a bit of a play, aren't we?
It's a bit eclectic, you know
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
We've got, normally I'm here with all my water-based colouring mediums, and we have got them on because it wouldn't be me if it wasn't there. But you know what? We've got alcohol ones, we've got solvent-based ones, mixing it up, proper mixed media today.
Yeah.
Definitely, and a little bit, I hope something for everyone.
And as always, with you being here, we'll expect to go off on a few tangents, but we're all about the questions, aren't we? You want questions, don't you?
Definitely, I love them. As long as it's not maths, I keep saying that's fab.
Right. All questions, please. Any subject, not maths, and any animal noises. We did that last night. If you want to know about what animal makes what noise, I think we covered off the whole of the animal kingdom last night in the show.
Oh, wow.
It was an education, Sheena.
Oh, wow, I missed that. I might have to watch it back. I'm going to do that now. I want to know what noise a sloth makes, like straight away top of my head.
I tell you one of the weirdest noises, what a male koala makes.
Oh, really?
Very, very strange noise.
Okay.
Yeah, and also the noise of a marmot.
Okay.
As well.
I'm intrigued.
If you go onto my stories for today, I've put some of the best ones up there for you because that's just the kind of guy I am. A few quick hellos. Radical Rates on the socials this morning. Already in is Gaz. He says, good morning to Ben and my friend Sheena. It's your Gaz.
Hi, Gaz. Hi, Gaz. You all right, mate? Merry Christmas.
Yeah, eat mate.
Yeah,
eat man. He also says hi to all the amazing people at CTV, including Bestie Tracy, who's just walked through the studio. And all our lovely social superstars and all my crafty friends. Michelle is in. Hi, Michelle. PB Brewer Martin says, good morning, Sheena and Ben and the Fab team and everyone from GA. Pat says, a very happy Tuesday to Craig. I'm Ben. Very happy birthday. No, not happy birthday. A very happy Tuesday to Ben, not Craig.
Doesn't bode well.
It's been a long year. Sheena, CTV crew and all my crafting friends from New Jersey. IV coffee is definitely needed this morning. I need some of that too, but didn't want to miss the show. Sherlan Telford says good morning. Hi to Mary Beth, who's in Minnesota. Little Bear, Polly Coe in Brownstown, Florida. And Gaz says, I love a Sheena show. And Rachel says, I wasn't there. What noise does a shrimp make again? You would, if you're asking that question, yeah, a shrimp makes this sort of noise. Big Pop said he's now going to review this show for content. Hey, it kept everyone entertained, didn't it, eh? Didn't it? As long as you loved it at home, that's the main thing. Make sure you put it in the comments what a great show that was. Dear Big Pop was a great show. Don't sack Ben and Craig. Love your name. We are going to start off with the metallic paint markers. This is a half price deal for you. And the first time on the show that these have had the lead. Normally they're like the bit part players, Sheena. These are normally like, you know, the extras.
Yes, the filling cat, the B celebs, not the A celebs.
Yeah.
Are they like having a moment in the spotlight now?
Yeah. So this is it. Metallic paint markers. It's the 12-piece collection here because you're getting. I'll show you the different colours you're going to get, but also within this set, half price. I basically worked this out that if you're platinum, you're paying for two sets, and then you get 2 sets in the card for free. That's the deal, really. And you get all these fantastic metallic colours. 3 pens within each set, and as you can see from the boards, you get a 0.7mm superfine nib, superfine. You're going to get a 3mm fine, and then your 4mm chisel nib. Rose gold is your first colour. Then you're getting champagne. And we've done this on the black and the white cardstock for you as well, so you can hopefully just sort of see the different colours you're going to get. This is the blush, getting the 3 different size nibs on both of those, and you are going to get the beautiful, look at that, autumn bronze. £19.20 is the platinum price on that, or $26.40, should be $49.95 or $66.95, but you are getting them today for that fantastic price, along with, as I said, your matte black cardstock as well. Let's have a look at these with Sheena though, these metallic markers. I always kind of think with these, if you're looking for a paint marker or a marker that will take to most materials, that's these, isn't it?
Yes, these are the ones that like trump everything. These are the like the real solvent-based ones, which are they're permanent. Don't get them on your hand. They're not easy to clean up, as we know from this morning, because I was like, I made a bit of a mess. That's just me. But yes, but they will go on any surface. So that's what we need. That's what we'll do. But let me explain what you get in each pack. They're really nice because normally you'll get like a metallic marker and you'll get gold and silver, and that's it. That's as exciting as it gets. But you haven't. You've got the 4 different metallics, the different again. I love like the champagne colour, this gorgeous peachy pinky metallic as well. What you're going to get in each one is you're going to get 3 different sized nibs as well. You're going to get the big chunky nib like this one here, which is a chisel nib.
Wow,
so that's for applying a lot of colour in a big hefty like application. So block colouring it in, larger colour, picture frames if you want to highlight a bit on a picture frame, a mirror, household objects and things. That's the one for applying it. Then you've got a middle of the road one, this one here, which is really lots of colour flows out, that bullet nib, which is the 3mm nib. So you're going to get a lot coming out of that. And then you've got your fine detail, your superfine nib, which is a 0.7mm nib. Now let me show you about this nib. This is important. So what you'll find is that when you use these guys here, to get them working, you always got to shake them. If you've left them, especially if you've left them for a bit, it's going to be noisy. You need to shake them up. Whoa, come on, yeah. I just can't even be quiet, can I? I just can't.
Can't if you shaked in 3 pens. Like Tom Cruise over there. Cocktail.
We'll just do that all day. Okay.
Shall we? Just play some music and we'll just...
I was getting like a tropical vibe.
Yeah. I'll have a pina colada, please, Sheena.
Club Tropical. So what you're going to do is, with this one, right, so to activate them, what you do, when they're brand new, and we haven't got a brand new one here, unfortunately, to show you, they will be, these nibs will be completely clean. And to get them working, first of all, you give them a good shake because all this in here needs to mix, and then you press them down, and that starts this gorgeous paint flowing. Look at that. So be careful. If you just keep going a bit like pump happy with these, they will just keep flowing.
Yeah.
But can you see how when they dry,
wow,
you've got that really opaque, heavy coverage and that.
Yeah.
Well, but here's the thing. With this little guy here, this nib is a delicate point on this one. And so what you want to do is not press it down like that. What I've found is the best way to get this guy activated is to get your lid, and if you look, you're going to have to look really carefully here. there's like a little ridge there where there's the metal that holds the fibre, and then there is a... Brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. Fantastic. Can you see there? You've got the metal, yeah?
Yeah.
And then you've got that little ridge, and then there's got tip there. You don't want to damage that tip. So what you're going to do is you're going to use your lid, and you're going to press down on that little lip there, that little ridge there. And that will get that paint flowing without damaging your nib. And just pump it like that, and then look, then you've got that. There you go. And that's it sorted. So, but don't just press that down, because that nib, you will shatter it. It will shatter. So just press it down like that, and that's how to every now and again get that flow in there. So there, each pack's the same. They'll go on loads of surfaces. Let me show you some surfaces I've been working with. Like there's this one here with this. I use the 0.3 in the gold. So it's a regular candle, and then you can just freestyle it. Now this is good. This is flowing out quite a lot. You'll have always tested on a little bit of paper to see how much this thing is like actually.
Does it say this is a proper candle?
It's just a wax candle.
Could you still burn this then after you decorated it or not?
It should be fine to burn, yes, because it's just such a fine layer on there. And so you're just going to, so you can just really decorate, you know, go around. If you get anything where you don't want it to be, stick away is your friend, okay? So just have fun swirling and leaves, and just, you know, freestyle it. Just do little squigglies, and then a simple leaf shape like that. Yeah. But take your time and you know, make it a little bit more, you know, carefully applied than
Well, it's not bad for a doodle, this, is it not? I mean, seriously, look at this. Brilliant.
And it looks pretty just for a little, you know, Christmas decoration.
For your Christmas table.
Yeah. And then you can do little florally bits like this if you want to have. You see this little, like, just 3 little tick things going out there.
While Sheena's doodling, we say to Catherine Gorton, who says, I got these, I love them. It saves me loads using them for edging white card and using in mats and layers instead of mirror card. Exactly.
Instead of using all your mirror card, you can literally just use that. But can you see how pretty that's going to look when that dries? Yeah. That's going to look really nice on maybe a Christmas decoration, centerpiece or whatever. And you know, nice.
Are these, Little Bear's asking, Sheena, are these the metallic markers that if you write on glass, they won't wipe off?
Exactly.
These are the ones to go for them?
Yes, these are the ones that will go on any surface, like your ceramic and things. Now, you won't be able to wash them, but what you can do, let's see if we can get the pink one going with this. Not that one, the 3 one, I think. You would need to put, you can get a ceramic coat, like a protective coat, to put on these little guys if you need to. But we could just go around and do little, just dots look really cute. Anybody can dot and just space them out. Yeah. So you've got a little, cute little folky kind of look, a folk art kind of look going on around them. And like I say, yeah, you can protect them with like a ceramic coating. Obviously, it wouldn't be dishwasher proof, but you could hand wash them. More for decorative, really, than anything else. Yeah. But yeah, and it is quite therapeutic, and they do go a long way. Definitely store them with the lids on really well, and try not to leave them too long before you use them, because this is a permanent ink, so you don't want that ink to dry in that nib, if possible, without it being used for like a year or so. Yeah. And what I would do is maybe another little, continue that at the bottom. But this is just a quick little demonstration of what we could do with that, because it's a cute little heart-shaped mug. Yeah. And then just a few little random hearts on there. Don't make it too complicated, because you don't want to get into fine art drawing here. Just keep it quite naive, and then, you know, I think it looks better.
Do you say you can hand wash these, yeah? Or
yes, hand wash them.
But not dishwash.
But not dishwash them, yeah.
I think it's a nice way to create a nice little sort of unique Christmas gift. You buy little mugs like this, I suppose, fairly inexpensively, couldn't you?
Absolutely. There's so many in all the supermarkets and things now. You can get, you know, really, I mean, like £1. I bought one the other day for like £1. Yeah. And it was perfectly fine to decorate, and that's what you want. You don't want anything that's already got everything done to it, but that there is, and it's really nice to colour in on like that. And when that dries, that's perfect little Valentine's gift, isn't it?
Absolutely, and that's not long away now, is it at all?
Not difficult at all. So that's that one there. That's going to look pretty cute. I'll do one more.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a look at other things you can do with them as well. So paper crafting, I'd say 2 more.
59 days till Valentine, so get a move on.
What? So what I would say, if you're doing a decoration like this, try to keep it evenly spaced. And can you see how the little hearts are all in different directions? So keep them about the same size and mix the directions up. And if you see a space and think, oh, I think that needs one. You know what? Oh, for years I've said, do you know the Bake Off?
Like Great British Bake Off?
Yes.
Yeah.
For years I've been saying there's been missing a raspberry. And now everybody else is saying about the missing raspberry on the cake at the start of the credit.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Let me know if you're with me, because I've got a Facebook page post from about, I don't know, 7 years ago, where I've said, where's the raspberry? And now there's other people talking about the missing raspberry.
Wow.
That just made me think of, if you see a space where you think, oh, you won't be able to let it go. I couldn't let it go. It's been
Was it like on the
years.
screen as before the programme starts?
It's before the programme starts, yeah.
Wow.
It's clear that there's a space at the edge of the top thing with the raspberries on, that it needs a raspberry.
Can I also on this front then tell you something that bugs me every single Christmas season when they play this song? There's a wrong note right at the end of, you know, It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year by Andy Williams.
Yes.
The final
it's the
note.
Most wonderful
time of the year. The last note is a trumpet, and it should go at the end. It should go bum. It should go bum bum like that, but it goes bum bum.
Oh.
There's like you listen to it. The last note, the trumpet, it doesn't quite hit it.
And you can't hear it.
And I think, why didn't they re-record it?
No.
It ruins the end of the song.
That'll be me that not being hearing it now. Oh no.
Bum bum.
Oh.
That's what it does. Yeah.
That's not good. Right, so Ben, basically, you can do, oh, hang on. That one hasn't been activated. Look, I was wondering why it wasn't working. That's a brand new nib there. That's what they're going to look like. Can you see? It's very, very
By the way, your
light.
tip has helped Gaz, he said, because he says he's ruined a few nibs, not knowing how to prime those properly, so now we know.
Well, there you go, Gaz.
Yeah.
I wish I'd been able to show you that sooner, because they are a delicate nib.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure if you can get replacements or not. It might be worth asking, because they are like a unit in there. But make sure you give them a good shake, like I said. And now watch, Gaz, this is what you want to do. This is it. You want to get your lid, get that, and then just press it against that to start to prime it. So just press it against that little bit there to get that going. Come on.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah. Just get it going. That was brand new. So you just need to just steady it against there and just press it to the other side. That's it. Had the wrong way up. So use it upside down.
There it goes.
And then
See
just
it coming
press
now.
it to get the ink flowing in it. And then hopefully, well, we'll do that in the...
It's coming through. I can see it coming through now.
Yeah. It's more haste, less speed.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do... There you go.
You done it.
And then you can do a little... and then the nib's going to be fine. And then, there you go. And then you can start doing little bits that you want on your glass. It's just, upcycling is a great thing. People like a nice upcycled gift, don't they?
Oh yeah, well, like these jars, whether they're like jam jars, pickle jars, whatever that be, you could turn them into little candle holders, couldn't you? And
absolutely.
decorate them up like you're doing.
And you know what? Keeping the illustrations naive. I mean, this is really slippy on this glass, but can you see how I'm just scribbling over and keeping it really, really loose? These little leafy type effects, but it does look. It's a different look. Don't try and go for perfection, because perfection is going to be difficult on glass and with the pen like this. So make it quirky, make it deliberately quirky, make the lines a little bit scribbly, and you'll be able to, and especially if you're going to do them and sell them, upcycling people do little hot chocolate mixes and things, don't they, for Christmas in a jar, where you've got your marshmallows and your even the powdered milk and the chocolate and stuff, and the lovely little things when you don't know what to give people or like a neighbour or whatever. But if I put that behind there...
Ah, that's brilliant.
See how you can see the little pattern starting to work on there?
Yeah.
All right, and then, should we do something else? Wood as well. So the wood, I was thinking with this, you know those big chunky nibs that we've got in here?
Oh, yeah.
Big chunky ones. I'm going to take these out. Now these, I'm going to be honest, these have been used before. And I don't know what state they've been left in or how long they've been left.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying now that they may be empty, some of them, but I'm hoping they're not. So just before we start, I'm just saying them.
If you want any wooden shapes as well, remember the creative goodies that we brought? I think it was last year. We've still got those wooden shapes that we've got a handful of numbers and a handful of letters as well. So shop the day for those at a bargain price. That's a perfect one again. You see, that's brand new. Yeah. So you basically just do that, and then obviously that's what you don't want to do with that fine nib. Yeah. With these ones, it's fine. It's not fine. It's okay. It's fine, but it's not fine. Yeah, it's not fine. Yeah. But it's okay because that'll get that up. So what I'm doing is I'm getting all of these ones out, and I'm going to try a different background because you know me. If it's there, I want to play an experiment. Yeah. So right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try streaking like that. Oh, look at that on that wood. I like that. Look at that effect there. Yeah. It's kind of, it's wicking, isn't it? Between the thing. So I'm going... So interesting again, just to say, so you're going straight onto the wood here. So no need to prep with any... No, you know what? This is a really inexpensive, like a balsa almost. Yeah. So if you try and sand balsa, you just end up, you're on forever because it's too open and loose a kind of fibre. It's like if you try and sand MDF as well, you've got to be careful because you can just expose the core, the pulp core, and it doesn't work very well. So this is, like I say, a very impromptu, just try out to see what kind of interesting background by just going through and streaking these little guys like that. So you've got kind of rainbowy colours. And then you can, you know, from one to the next, but give it some texture. As a base, I like that. Let me show you what it looks like. It's looking really... And the thing is, because it's opaque, if you think I've got too much of one colour on, I want more of another, you can always go back and put more of the other colour on top of that. So, and this is a very, very porous surface, this one is. So it will use more of your ink on a surface like this. Glass, ceramic, things like that, it just slides across the surface and you use hardly any. So just be aware of that. You could have sprayed that, I would seal it. Yeah. I would have done that maybe with a bit of gesso, would have been the way to go with that. But obviously because it was just here, and I want to show you as much as I can in the show, that, you know, we're doing that. But definitely white gesso on that, or even black gesso, would have sealed the surface and it would make it far less porous. And then what I would do as well is seal it with an acrylic spray varnish. Don't use a solvent-based varnish to seal it. Reason being, these are solvent-based inks. So if you use a solvent-based varnish, you're more likely to dissolve the paint that's already on there. Right. And if you've got some nice like line work and things, it would just unsettle it. You know, like if it's water based, like you would use a solvent base over the top. So you want to mix and match, So that I think looks pretty cool. I like that texture and that effect. Yeah, it is. Can't wait to see the wiggle when we get to see that metallic sheen. Yeah, I do wiggle for it in a sec, but really just going for covering all the wood background, and then you want to take care and do the edge as well. But let me just try that super quick, and then you can have a look, and then we'll get to the paper. Hi to PB Brewer Martin says, if anyone didn't see the show yesterday with Ben and Craig, live at 5, and you want to laugh until you cry, go and watch it. And hi to Ruby, who says, hello everyone, these are great pens. Well, they are great pens, because look at what Sheena showed you can use them on. That looks brilliant, actually. Very rustic. Yes, and then you would obviously do some wording, do some wording or something over the top, or dye, you know, just cut something out, some wording. If you're not good at lettering, use one of your dyes with some black card, put that, and then varnish it, and you've got a little hanger for your tree or whatever like that. Should we do a bit of paper? Yeah, right, let me, are we going to go straight into it? You know what, I've got this ready, but I think we should use the new ones. Oh, okay. Because we can. Look at this. I'm going to get in there. I've never done like a sneaky peek with a launch with the papers before, so I think we should. So this, I love this. I've just had a quick look and flick through this.
This is perfect for a quick card. Look at that. It's just sticking on a card and you're done.
Exactly right,
Put some wording on it.
Yeah.
Thank you and good night. And it's super thick, uncoated paper, so it'll take your inks perfectly. Absolutely. Look at how pretty they are. This is the brand. These are the brand new. I'm going to do some of that one. That's crying out for some metallic there. Can you see around there? I think it's supposed to look like a metallic-y distressed thing. So I'm going to take a sheet of that out. But look at these gorgeous combinations. There's hearts for every occasion. Hearts and roses, can't go wrong. So you've got your smaller pad there, which is your good to go. Just take one out, pop up some wording on it. Thank you and good night. I'm done. And then you've got the bigger 12 by 12.
12 by 12, yeah.
And look at these roses. They are just
gorgeous.
gorgeous. Now, you've got a card there. Again, I would be cutting cards there, put some word in, and again, you're done.
Loads of snippability.
If it's not scrapbooking pages, you've got 4 cards in each one there. You've got 4 cards done. And then if you want a bit of decoupage, you could also decoupage those little guys out. If it's not decoupage, use some of your glossy highlights on there.
Yeah.
A bit of embossing powder, definitely some ink. If you cut these out, if you quarter that, I would vignette around the outside with your water reactives.
And it's nice that the reverses are a bit more stripped back, so you can even do more with those,
so
can't you?
this side you can actually do, that's what I was going to do. Let's flick through that, and then I'll turn it over and we'll flick the opposite side.
I like that one.
I'll make it quicker. Look at that. See, so we've got the hearts and flowers. Look at that. Decoupage that guy out, stick that on top of that. Yeah. Cut this out, that would be, even I can cut that out. And layer that onto there. How gorgeous would that be in a quick card? Really pretty. And again, if you sell them, I love that one. You've got so many decoupage possibilities with that. Full flowers that will be easily snipped out of that. Really, really pretty papers. You know what? The papers, Crafters Companion papers are like just the business, aren't they?
They're top notch.
Look at that. And then you've got the pinky tone. Love that old ephemera, the old text, the gorgeous, again, that cracked paint look in the background. Postcards, you'll see little keys in there, different tones. Oh, fabulous. Beautiful. That looks like a stately home, like you know, the Return to the Chateau or something.
Return to the Chateau?
Yes, the Douglas Cooper Towers, in the West Wing.
How lovely.
Yeah. And then you've got the gorgeous, again, that they all look, there's layers. And the thing that makes these interesting is you've got 4 bleaching in there. If you were inking, if I was creating a background, that would be 4 bleaching I'd have to do. There'd be vignette around the outside I would have to do. There's stenciling I would have to do. Then there's second, third generation stamping on there. Then I would have to use a crackle layer or a crazed paint stamp. Loads of work to get that background, and then you've already got it ready to just pop an image on and colour it. So it's me saving you so much time. You could get there, but it would take you a lot more time. And there's that gorgeous neutral and product to get there. And it's already there. And I love the fact it's a nice heavyweight uncoated paper, so you can you're good to go. Shall we do a little bit of gold on this?
Gold.
Gold. Yeah, I'm singing like Tony Hadley in my head. The trouble is, it's not just one gold. You've got a choice, and that makes it even more difficult. Which one am I going to go with? I have gone with here this 0 point, and I'm using the what colour is that? Oh,
Champagne.
Champagne. Yes, thank you.
He used to live near us, Tony Hadley.
Did you?
When I was in Buckinghamshire, and his kids went to the primary school just up the road from where our kids used to go, but we used to know a couple whose kids went there, and every year, to raise money for the school PTA, he would put on a concert in the primary school grounds for the parents of the kids at the primary school.
And would he perform?
And he'd perform, yeah.
Good
Tony Hadley at
Lord.
whatever the primary school was. I mean, how awesome is that every single year? I didn't go because my kids weren't at the school.
That is
it was just
like
for the
proper
primary
sound.
school.
You want to hear things like that about, know,
what a
celebs,
lovely
don't
bloke.
you?
And all of the proceeds went to the school.
Good on you, Tony.
Yeah, get on, Tone.
Yeah.
You know. Just what you're colouring, lots of love for these papers. Sandy says, that paper, it's available, details on the screen there for you. You've got 50 bonus points as well. I've just bought some wooden hearts, says Carol. I might have to try to use my markers on these. I love that look. Ouch is just asking, could you stamp on that wooden heart? Would you be able to stamp on that?
Yes, yes. But what I would have done, if you'd put some gesso on that, the colours would have been brighter. and B, it would have filled in a little bit of the green and made it less porous, which would have made it easier to stamp on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, look at how you could do a gorgeous little Valentine theme. But look at the bling on that now. Can you see around the outside of that heart shining now? See, that's all it took. And it's got like a loose, broken kind of edge to it. And I've actually added some little extra line work outside, just to give it a little bit of a scribble. Can you see the little scribble lines outside? Just to, you know, fit with the look and the theme of it. But yeah, oh, and also this one here. So this is another one I've been doing. So use your stencil as well, and take your fine one. That's the one there. And I've literally just been using this to draw around the stencil and then colouring it in. So if you use the thick one, you know the way they're really juicy, aren't they?
Yeah.
So it would flood underneath the stencil. So you could either colour the whole thing in with this, or outline your stencil with the fine one and then go back and colour it in with the thicker one, you know, to save a bit of time. But don't use the thick one, especially if you've just activated the flow of the ink on your stencil, or it will bleed underneath and it won't get a nice, even, good edge to it. But so I've just done a little stencil over the top of this one, and then you can see what? Bing!
Brilliant, that.
How cool is that? And then what I would do, shall we just finish that off as a topper quickly, just to show you? And then, so bear with, you know what, I'm wondering if Johnny's actually telling me stuff in the end I can't hear. He's probably going, yeah, that's great, right, that's great, yeah, we're moving on. And I'm totally ignoring him. Sorry, Johnny, if you often hear you. So what I'm doing is I'm putting that there, because I want that a little bit darker, and I'm just using, it's got some black on it, all right, and it wanted dark green, but it's like dark green black now, but that's all right, because that will look better. And this is, again, what you can do with those gorgeous Valentine's papers, just the same. We'll have a play with that later. And then use your bigger one of these, the Chunky Monkey one.
A Chunky Monkey?
The Chunky Monkey one.
Isn't that a Ben and Jerry's ice cream?
Is that? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
As if I would know that.
Oh, yeah.
As if I would have any reference for that.
No idea.
What, like caramel choo-choo? And
Here she goes.
Oh, yeah. And
Caramel choo-choo.
Fish food, no, never. I haven't sampled any of them, ever.
Didn't someone say the other week when we were talking about ice creams that there's one called Chubby Hubby?
Is there?
I might have made that up, but I'm sure that was a thing. I'm sure someone said there's an ice cream called Chubby Hubby.
I think if there isn't, there should be. That's a good one. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, just going back to sensible things. Would the metallic marker stain the stencil, says Pat?
Yes, they do.
Right.
They will mark them, but what you need to use is your stick away to get the stuff off there.
Right.
You're better off taking it off before it sets completely as well, because once these do dry, you know, that's the purpose. That's what you want them to do. So you can't really complain when they do it. You know, you've just got to be aware of that. And stencils for me are worker things anyway. So, you know, if it does, I'm not worried if my stencils are stained a little bit, I'll be honest. But so what I've done here is I've just darkened that, then I've used this to pick out, and you know what, it looks better if you have some thicker bits and thinner bits with this as well, so catch some more places than others. And from a paper, that was just a little bit of, you know, maybe a 12 by 12, and look at how many sheets you're going to get in that whole pack. One little corner like that, then you've got something that you're going to put against the background, and you've got a card virtually done. Let me get a bit of white paper, and then you can see what that looks like against it. Oh, everything. You know what? I don't know whether it's good that everything's been tidied up or not, Ben. You can't get anything out. Is that wedged in? It's been put in that so tight. So
that's
there.
Brilliant.
How pretty is that?
Absolutely stunning.
Markers. So you've got that really gorgeous edge there. It looks very vintage and stately home, doesn't it? With your stencil overlay. I think they're the best I've seen, these metallic pens that you can do something more sophisticated with them, like myself, obviously.
Beautiful. Lots of love coming through for those. Lots of love for the pens as well. Love the decorated mason jar with LED lights in, says Gaz. They know the raspberry is missing, says Julie. They have spoken about it on the show, apparently.
What was that, sorry?
They know the raspberry's missing, apparently.
Yes, did they?
They've spoken about it on the show.
Thank you. They didn't at the start, you know, nobody mentioned it. They were keeping quiet about it for quite a few years.
Great pen, says Ruby. That candle looks amazing. Loads of love coming through for these as well now. Sheena, you're a genius, says all things wonderful. Such an amazing inspiration. And Marnie Pinchoff says, these papers are just gorgeous. I love them. If you want the metallic paint markers, remember you've got all 12 of those within the set. So you've got 3 pens within each of the 4 packs, and you've got your 0.7mm super fine. You've got your 3mm fine and your 4mm chisel in the autumn bronze. You've got the blush. Then you have the champagne. And then you have also got your rose gold. £19.20, 26.40 also gets you your sheets of matte black card as well. So jump in and give them a go, give them a bite. It's 19 quid. I mean, I think that's an absolute steal for everything that you're getting there. If you love the papers as well, those of course are on the show for you too. Not supposed to be on this show. How cute is this? Look at that little post box with a little magnetic clasp on it. Who made that? Sandy Brooks. Who made this one? This is gorgeous as well. Oh, it doesn't say. Oh, Rachel. Rachel. Oh, Rachel. Look at that.
Wow.
That's
See, that
gorgeous.
kind of messes with my head. That's like respect. Yeah, my head doesn't go with that construction. Yeah.
Beautiful though, isn't it?
Fabulous, yeah.
By the way, if you're thinking about Valentine's, remember our Craigie? We want to fill a sack full of Valentine's cards and gifts and letters this year. This one again. Oh, Rachel, another one of yours.
Oh, I love that. That's
It's
so
the
pretty.
Rachel Gillam show.
Yeah, that's really pretty.
Lily, pop that one together.
Ah, see, Lily. Well,
Yeah.
Lily, we're like one mind.
Great
Look at
minds
that.
think alike.
Yeah, exactly. Lily's scared now.
Who's Nicola. So look at that one there, beautiful. That one is just some clear embossing powder
Nice.
over the top.
How cool does that look? It looks like a proper topper, doesn't it? Yeah, exactly. You know what? Those papers are so good. Make them work for you.
Look at that. I'll just have
I
a
like
quick
that.
flick
That's
through
lovely.
and show you all the designs again. But look, you're going to get the 6x6 and the 12x12. They're different, obviously. The love letter paper pad is your big one. Is the 12x12. Look, beautiful designs. As you said, it's got like stunning florals on there. The roses, as you'd expect, but you've got so much on every sort of single layer, haven't you? The more you sort of look into this, you see all of the kind of the old style font in there, the musical manuscript. And I think with these pages particularly, very easy, as Sheena was saying, to snip into them and create like
Absolutely.
6x6 size
Yeah,
papers.
I mean, if you sell your cards, you know, you've got so many good, quick cards that look quality. And I mean, you know, a few years ago, you would be paying so much more for quality paper like this.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know how we can design them and produce them to that standard for the price that they are. They're just gorgeous.
And all of these, you know, no coating on, so again, you can stamp onto these, stencil onto these should you want to. And the lovely thing is you've got so much detail on the A side, then if you flip it round, as Sheena was showing you, you can see you've got, well, you've still got loads of detail to be fair, but you've got the ability to do a little bit more if you want to. I mean, look at that there. That's just a great example of where you could kind of cut 4 ways. You've got beautiful sort of old-fashioned postcard there, that sort of cracked wall effect going through. It's just a marvellous pad, this. Valentine's, 59 days away. So you might want to think about multi-ordering this, because I think this is certainly a pad for Valentine's 25 and beyond. But what's really nice about this set is that you've got that beautiful double-sided 12x12 pad, and then the 6x6, which is called From the Heart. As Sheena just showed us, you've basically got designs like this, which you can take out the pad, stick on the front of a card, do a little bit of titivation as you did,
Yeah, absolutely,
add a sentiment, and away you go.
Bit of glitter, bit
Yeah.
of glossy stuff, bit of embossy stuff, bit of metallic penny stuff.
Yeah.
Boom, done.
I mean, that one there is almost just calling for a little bit of your touch of sparkle, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Adding some little gems around the outline of that heart there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's
just
gonna-
stick the little 4 gems on top of that. That would
Yeah.
be fab.
Look at me coming up with all the arty-farty ideas. I've been hanging out with you for too long.
What?
That's what it is. But they're lovely. Again, you've got pretty much there 36 card fronts straight away. You know, and to break this down to simple terms again, if you were just going to do that, say you just decided to take each and every one of these and whack them on the front of a card, I mean, how much are you going to be selling those for? I mean, even if you've sold them for a couple of quid, you've made 72 quid out of one pad.
Gifting, you know, like selling them as a set of 10 as well.
Yeah.
As make them into cards and set, put them in, make a little box as you've seen on the counter, put them in there, and then you can sell them as noteless, as ready-made cards for people to buy as a bundle.
Like you say, that's a brilliant idea again. And there's nothing to stop you from doing that, as I say, angel policy-wise, as long as you make something.
Yes, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
It's a lovely bundle. Launching today, officially tonight, should be $20.98, $29.20. You can have both of those if you're platinum for £16. $23.20. In my mind, like when you take into account the normal price of paper pads, it's almost like you're buying the 12 by 12 and we're giving you the 6 by 6 for free. That's the way I would sort of look at it. And we're giving you 50 bonus points as well. You know what to do, folks. Don't wait until later when everyone's expecting these to launch tonight. Get them now whilst you can. Feel free to multi-order. And we will come back in about 4 or 5 minutes' time with more. We've got those fan art kits back. So if you love all things superhero, if you love all things magical creatures and Harry Potter, stay with us because we've got those kits on a half-price deal. And we'll have a look at those with Sheena in just a moment.
My day-to-day life is pretty busy. Where literally I get in the door, I check my polls, I then check what I've got to demo, I then get everything ready, and it's just busy from there. I have a meeting with the producer, the director, we get then sorted for the shows, talk to the presenter, and it depends what side I'm on. I mean, sometimes I'm doing the presenting side, sometimes I'm doing the demonstration side, and I love both. It's actually who I get to work with. I can't say no more than that other than anybody that works here. We are a big family. We're so super friendly. I love Ben. I love it when we work together. And I don't mean that I don't love anyone else. It's the fact that Ben is the presenter and then I'm demonstrating and we just have this great rapport. Same with Craig, same with Deb, same with the whole team. So the best part of the day is just getting to work with the best people in the industry. Oh, a night out. In the morning. Oh, none. I only drink water. Oh, well, I'm cutting out sugar, so it's got to be savoury. Masterclass. Oh, I can't leave the house without my lipstick. Oh, I love a baked potato. I relax, so I literally drive home normally and then I relax.
Day to day looks like, on a normal day when I'm working from home, get up, breakfast, quick phone call with my daughter, and then I'm up in the craft room and I spend all my time in the craft room. If it's spending a day with the grandkids, that's it. That's my best part of just spending time with family and those gorgeous little grandkids of mine. The best part of the day when I'm at work is when I go on air, because I absolutely love it. Both. I prefer a shower in the morning. I feel fresher. I feel that I can tackle my day. However, depending on how that day's been, I also would have a double shower, so I'd have one in the morning and one at night too. Absolutely, 100% coffee. Will always be coffee. And flavoured coffee is my favourite at the moment. Dare I say, it's a full English breakfast, the full works, the beans, the tomatoes, the bacon, the sausage, and everything else that goes with a traditional English breakfast. Craft along. Every day of the week. I absolutely love going through the stages from the start of a project to the end of a project. So craft along is definitely my favourite choice. I can't leave without my lipstick. It's a given thing. I once didn't have a lipstick on me and Leanne helped me out that day. The shoes, sit down for a couple of minutes, just gather my thoughts and then grab my tea.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for being with us. Gorgeous sample, says Carolyn Cooey. Are you all buying the new paper pads? I hope you are. There is an ice cream called Chubby Hubby, says Pat. It's, it's one of my favourites. I believe it's banana and chocolate chunks.
Ooh, nice.
I'll have a bit of that. Chubby Hubby. I've just dropped all 6 packs of paint markers in my cart, says Rosalind. That price is amazing. Good. It is amazing, Rosalind, to be fair. Good shopping there. We've got your card stock as well. The post box is adorable. All the samples are absolutely stunning, says Crystal. After looking through Sheena's crystal visions, I see these papers are in my future. Ooh. The heart papers are gorgeous, says Tina Javier. I have to have them. Get them now, don't wait till later. And I can see using these paper pads to scrapbook some vintage photos, says Rosalind. I like that idea. It would work. And Sarah says, I like the new way the 6x6 is being used. Different from the 12x12 and larger designs for decoupage. Yeah, I think you're right there. Not all of them, but certainly I think a lot more are doing that. And as we've said, Sheena, you know, the bigger 12x12 gives you snippability and allows you to create bigger projects, but the 6x6 with those kind of focal points, they're cards straight away, aren't they?
That's it. It's like a card kit in 2 books. That's it. Yeah, perfect.
Now, it's time to have a look at the Fan Art Like a Pro kit. Now, you guys will know all about these, I'm sure. We've featured them recently. We've got loads of DC characters featuring within these kits. They were originally designed, weren't they, for the Comic-Con conventions where these were sold. Very, very popular there. And we then managed to get them on Crafters TV. I don't know how the deal was brokered because, you know, these were, well, this is the thing, producer Joseph said, I didn't think this was allowed. They were £34.99, pounds or dollars. We're now doing them at £13.99 platinum or $17.99. Someone's obviously had to like call some sort of big meeting, you know, our team speaking to the team at DC, because what you've got in each and every one of these kits is you have got officially endorsed artwork. In the case of Batman and his friends, or Batman and his enemies as well, straight from the DC archive. So you've got, you know, proper DC images that you may well have seen in some of the comics over the years. And this is brilliant. It's twofold, really, because if you are a massive fan of Batman and the other characters that I'm going to show you here, you're going to want to get your hands on this. And if you love to do your art as well, I mean, it's win-win, isn't it? But actually, as we were talking about when we first brought these onto Crafters TV at half price, a lot of people have just been buying these just to top up on the colours that they've got within their collections. It's perfect for doing that. If I flip around the Batman pack here, as you can see, I'm Batman. You've got the all the designs here, so you've got them in your grey and also the black, but then you've got all of your different pens as well, so you get a selection of classiques, you get a selection of your illustrators, so they're all our alcohol markers. Classics got that fine nib and then the chisel nib. Illustrators have got the fine nib, and I tell you what, the brush nib on the Illustrator, so you guys know me, I do a little bit of colouring. I'm not very good, but I don't worry about that because I just enjoy the process. As I say, I disengage brain and just enjoy it. But I was using the tri-blends previous, used the Illustrators for the first time the other day. The brush nib,
yeah, the brush
it's like
gorgeous.
Painting with a feather.
Yeah,
it's so soft, isn't it?
Yeah,
and it allows you to be very expressive.
Yeah, that's my favourite. I find it easier to blend with that one in particular. Yeah, and again, you can weight the line, press down a little bit, you get a bigger application, broader line, lift up, and you've got a finer line, so more control.
So you get that included. You get an art liner marker within each one of these as well. And as I say, all of the artwork. Do you want me to unbox all of these, or just a few of them? Okay, so there's all your pens in there. And again, all the colours that you are going to get are the exact colours that you need to be able to create Batman, as you would imagine him, the exact colours. And you've got, you know, beautiful artwork, just like this. I think the kids are going to have a great time with these. You know, if you yourself are, somebody who loves to colour, you're going to have a great time with these. I always mean to ask as well, Sheena, you'll be able to tell us. So some of these we've got like the grey design. Yeah. Some of these we've got the black. What's the purpose in having the grey and the black?
Well, what I would be looking at is if you want to do it quicker and give yourself less work to do the black one. The grey is then if you want to go ahead and put some different colour tone over the grey areas
Yeah.
for a start. You could put a darker grey, you could shade the grey, or you could use the fine liner to put your own line work in. Like I might want to do a little bit of cross hatching in there. I might not want to do that. In fact, that's what I might do when I'm doing a bit of colouring in a minute and show you what I mean.
I'm looking forward to seeing you have a go with these actually, because Craig and I had a good play with these the other day. As I say, I did a bit of colouring just because, you know, it's fun to do, and I like my superheroes. So you've got Batman in there. You've also got Batman's, well, sometimes friends, sometimes they have a bit of a quarrel, don't they? It's like me and Craig, Batman and Superman, you know? So
it's like looking in a mirror with the two of you.
Well,
It's
I mean,
weird.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
Which one's which, though, is the question.
You know, Clark.
Yeah. So again, 24-piece set here. All your classics, all the illustrators that you need to be able to recreate Superman in all of those various poses. Again, with artwork straight from the DC archive. Then let's do another one of the goodies from DC. Wonder Woman. Did you ever watch Wonder Woman back in the
The
day?
old ones, yeah, that's right. You're a Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah. That'd be me, obviously, then. You can be, yeah, you said.
Yeah.
You've got
Oh, yeah.
Fiona.
So we've got Superman,
Of course.
me, Batman, Craig,
Yeah.
you, Wonder Woman.
Yep.
I mean, again, it's just like looking in the mirror, isn't it?
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
I'm looking at that and I'm going, hey, you all right,
Yep.
Sheena?
Yep. Take your glasses off, and it's just Sheena. So again, 24 pieces in there. You do get within each one as well. I mean, Sheena will give you all of her expertise in just a second, but you do get a little booklet in there in each one, which takes you through some, if I can open it up, hints and tips and ideas and different ways to be able to use those pens. And you also get a step-by-step tutorial by scanning the QR code, which is on the back of the packaging. So there's Wonder Woman. Then let us go to, another one of the goodies. I forgot, don't forget this guy. Flash. Here's the saviour of the universe. Different Flash pen. $13.99, $17.99. Again, if I flip that around, I can show you actually, because this is poking out of here, but there's some of the artwork you're going to get with our friend, the Flash. I was reading actually about the kits, because obviously we sold them, as I say, at Comic-Cons and whatnot. Batman, Superman, very popular. The Joker also, but I know Superman be very popular now as well, because there's a reboot, isn't there, coming next year of the movies. So, and for any Superman fan, I would imagine that would certainly be a kit to get your hands on. So there's the Flash. Also from DC, there's the Joker. Again, 24 different colours in here, classics, illustrators, get your art liner in there, and then if I flip that around, you can see just some of the artwork that you're going to be getting with the Joker. If you've got the Joker, he obviously needs to be teamed with Harley Quinn. Again, I would imagine those two be very popular with the recent Joker movie, the second Joker movie that came out. Again, flip that one around. You've got all of the classics and illustrators in there, plus your 12 sheets to be colouring with. And we don't just do the DC, no, we also are bringing you some officially endorsed kits from the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. So this is Harry himself. Again, illustrators, classics, art liner, and then when I flip this around, you can see all of the different images that you're going to be getting. The prices are the same. The guys are trying to find the details on the screen. They're all $13.99 or $17.99. Definitely Harry Potter, that one. Which one do you want to do next? I've got, you want the creatures next. The creatures, there it is. So there's Harry. Can my resident Harry Potter, are you a Potter fan?
I love Potter.
Oh, so you'll know do you know the names of the characters on the front? Because I never know.
They're the mermaids that they had to do the challenge with, but I don't know the names of them.
Ah,
yeah, no.
okay.
And that's a little Cornish thingy,
Cornish pixie.
isn't it? Yeah.
And then what's that thing there?
They're the things that were underwater, the mermaids, weren't they? They were really a bit scary, weren't they?
Oh, I don't know.
They had the challenge, the underwater challenge they had to do.
Oh.
Yeah, that's all very much in that. Yeah. Oh, and the beasties, yeah. The basilisk there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Johnny,
yeah.
don't start telling me things. I haven't seen all the movies now, and he's telling me about people that get killed in all sorts.
Oh.
And then lastly, from the Johnny, from the wizarding world of Harry Potter, we've then got the magical companions. So I believe there is Hedwig.
Yes.
I nearly called him Gobby then. It's not Gobby, is it? It's Dobby.
Dobby, that's me. Dobby, me, Dobby.
Dobby and Dobby. Dobby, and who's that again? Fawkes?
Yes, the Phoenix, yeah, that's Dumbledore's Phoenix, yeah.
I see. And then if I just flip that around again, you can see all the different colours you're going to be getting, and then all of the different images. So Dobby, Hedwig, and Fawkes. So they're all $13.99. They're all on the Shop the Show today. Pick and choose, see which ones you want to have a bit of a play with. And the point here is, and I find this is one of the hardest things to get across, there's a lot of people out there who are brilliant at colouring, and I think a lot of people who have got better at colouring through things like our Academy of Colour. But if you are one of those people, and we had someone the other day saying, oh, I'm not very good at colouring, I can never stay in the lines, I'm not very good at blending, you know, I get too stressed out about it. Just have fun with it. Like, honestly, I did the show the other day with Craig. He sat over there, you know, and Craig is good at colouring. He's very good, and he did a brilliant bit with Superman. But I didn't go always as a competition with Craig. I sat down and thought, you know what, I'm going to do a bit of colouring. I'm going to have a go with the illustrators in classics. I'm going to do a bit of colouring of the Joker. And it was all right. I mean, you're not going to see it in the Louvre anytime soon, but I just really enjoyed sitting down and colouring for an hour. And I think that's the point here, Sheena, isn't it? Is that the more you use these pens, you know, the top level pens that we've got, the better you're going to get, but just enjoy it.
It's a great introduction to just teaching yourself, to learning how they work. It's like I keep saying, you know, if you could pass a driving test by just reading the book and then getting a car and drive, that would be lovely, but it's just not how it works.
No.
You've got to just get hands on and do it. And the first ones you're gonna go, that didn't work great. But you know what? You've got all these to try out with, and it is permission to play. I think that's what sometimes we forget. And when I'm teaching a workshop or any kind of instruction, that's the most important thing at the top of anything we're doing is enjoy it and have fun. Just take the stress away, have a laugh, and you know what? It's a bit of paper at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And you've got to sometimes get it wrong to get it right. And if you get it wrong, you get it right next time.
Yeah.
That's a song.
That's a song.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry, I couldn't help singing. Jerry Rafferty.
Jerry Rafferty, that was it. But like you say, if you get it wrong and you don't like it, it doesn't matter, does it? Just go again.
And you know what? These are brilliant because they're big, which is nice. So you've got loads of look there, Dobby and Dobby.
Dobby and Dobby.
It had to be. And look at it. Actually, that's spooky. If Maria's watching, she can tell you that. I've even got the same feet as this guy here. Seriously, I should never fall over, Ben.
I'm saying nothing, me.
I'm tempted to, I was looking at baby pictures last night, and Maria said you can tell it's you because there's like an L, this little 2-year-old with these like. Anyway, but so you've got the dark line one. So if you want to just colour in to start with without make it easier, the black's already done for you. So that, and you can colour over that, and you won't see it with your pen. But what I'm going to do, and I love this Hedwig one, I can't decide. I don't think we'll do Dobby because there's a lot of the same colour there. I think this will be more interesting as Fawkes. I think, and Hedwig would be interesting. So let me see which one we could do. Let's do this one here. Let's do that. Although I do like that one as well. But I'm going to do the grey one just to show you how we can have a bit play with it. Let's do that just because it's got a little bit more. So what I'm going to do, right, so we've got a pen here, which is one of the outliner pens, a 03, which is a really nice weight in the pen. And that's perfect. And this is what I keep saying, you need that in your general kit anyway, your stamping kit. Bit that you've missed, fill it in with one of these pens, is perfect. This is, it's not going to interfere with this, but I am going to colour it in first. So I'm thinking of the Phoenix, I want it bright, so I'm definitely going to go with some canary. And I'm going to go in with some cherry red and some red, and I might even go with a little bit of possibly sandstone or even pink just to blend it in a little bit. So I might start near his beak. Actually, I'm going to start with the beak. I'm going to go with the greys with the beak. So you've got 3 greys here. So you've got a kind of, it doesn't matter which is the brush or which is the chisel. We're going to use them all together because the ink's the same, that'll blend together. So we've got ice grey 2, ice grey 5 and ice grey 9. So they're different from light, medium to dark. So I'm going to start with the light first on this, and I'm going to paint his beak here with a lighter colour, because I'm thinking I want this beak to look like it's got some reflection on it. So I'm just going to go like this and start with a lighter colour like that, and possibly maybe around his eye, and then I can go in with the darker colour in a minute. So we'll do that. Then I'm going to go in with this one, which is the medium, and then go and just blend that colour into this one. And then I might come back with that lighter one again. This is just still a highlight because I do want the beak to look black.
Yeah.
And then black's going to be the last bit I'm going to add to this. Notice how I'm just going with the direction of the beak, like that, where the beak's moving. I'm using the pen in that same angle. And then that there is going to be the darkest.
Just to say, Sarah, these colours in each kit the same as the Illustrator box set colours. So then yes, you can get the colours in the Illustrator. They're not new colours as per, but obviously they are the relevant colours for each of the characters. Answering your second question, in that the colours in the boxes are obviously different. I mean, you might double up on. Say you've got a red in the Joker pack and you've got a red in the, well, yeah, you go. So you've got the red DR1 in your Joker pack. You've also got that in the Harry Potter Magical Companion. So you might double up if you buy multiples, but you've got the specific colours for the characters, but you will find them in other Illustrator kits. We've just made it easier for people, Sheena, really, haven't we? By giving you the exact colours you need.
Yes, they've just put them in the kit so that you can, just as a kind of like a starter, just to get you going, but it doesn't mean you've got to stick to that. This artistic license is, you know, the rules are there to be broken.
Oh, yeah.
That's the fun of it. So I'm using that lighter one there. I'm not finished with this beak. I'm going to do a little bit of line work on that. So I've used a bit of that yellow, the pale yellow. Then I'm going to go in with this stronger yellow here.
Do you know what's so nice as well, talking about artistic license? Jake, who you guys know, I mean, he's not a crafter or artist by any stretch of the imagination, but he loves superheroes. So he borrowed the Batman kit the other day and he took that in on his lunch break and did some colouring, and he decided he wanted to see Batman in red and yellow. So that's what he did.
Yeah.
And very good it was too.
Absolutely. You know, that's it's as long as you're enjoying yourself, as long as it's giving you pleasure. Yeah. That's what it's all about. And you also benefit if you're learning something. Yeah. It's like, oh, okay, now that's the wrong pink. Didn't want that pink. I want the red. I picked up the wrong one. Can you see that's a cool pink? So it's got like a vintage look. I need the bright colours here. So we need to move this bit into that bit, and I'm going to blend one into the other as well. But I'm using the nib to kind of emulate the kind of the feel of feathers. Can you see how I'm pulling up? I'm just like kind of moving out in and flick. I'm using the brush. It's working for me.
Yeah, that's so good. You've obviously done this before.
And then we can do the same with the darker red and bring that and bring the detail in from the tips of the feathers.
Do you enjoy working with alcohol markers as much as you do with watercolour?
I don't usually use alcohol markers
at all,
to be honest. No, I'm too messy. I just want it, you know, but alcohol markers are really nice to slow things down, to be a little bit. Now look, what I've done there is I've gone off piece a bit, right?
Yeah.
I'm not worried. I'm going to do that. Like I'm going to.
Oh, you styled it out there.
I ain't bothered. I am. I'm styling it out. If that happens, fear not. Right? I'm not bothered. Look, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it look like I'm intended to do that, and I'll show you how now. And so, can you see how that now is coming together? We've got the blend happening. And that's just with 3 pens, and then we can go back over and you can keep refining that. Where you've got a bridge from a lighter colour to a darker colour, if you go back over with the lighter colour on that bridge, but don't do circles, keep it with lines and keep it in the direction that the artist has drawn the feathers that are lying, then it's going to look more authentic, and you're not working against the artist, you're working with their plan like this.
Here's Sheena. I've had a message from Janice. She sent in some pictures as well. If you guys can't get it on the screen, feel free to send it to me. I'll show it. She says, after watching Ben and Craig, I plucked up the courage to do some colouring. Picture sent. I've inspired someone to colour. Me?
Hey.
But have a go, isn't it? Have a bit of fun with this. This is the point.
Absolutely. And that's what it's all about, for sure.
Stephanie's just asking, Sheena, can you use watercolours with the card or the paper provided in these kits or not, really?
I wouldn't say it's watercolour friendly, no. It's just, that's the thing as well. You know that there's different papers for different mediums. You know, we say about Nina for the alcohol pens. It's not just that we're just saying it. It actually is a different. Paper's massively important with the medium that you're using. If you watercolour needs a whole different set of things to help it. You know, the size in the paper, the cotton that's in watercolour paper. If you can, the best stuff is got the cotton content. But and with the pens, it's another discipline. It needs to be smooth, and the weight isn't as important. So it's usually a lighter weight than the alcohol pen paper. Can you see what I'm doing now? Is I'm using the pen to kind of continue and make it look like there's feathers there. And this bit here where I've styled it out, look, I'll just add a bit extra there. Look, I don't care. We'll make that there, and then we'll put this one over the top. And this is where you can just play and do your own thing with it and swap it up a little bit. Why not?
Maria's been in touch.
Sorry?
Maria's been in touch.
Oh no, about my feet.
How did you know?
No.
She says, hi all, and Merry Christmas, Maria. She says, Sheena's telling the truth about those feet.
Yeah.
That girl ain't falling over in a hurricane.
No, I should not. I should be very stable. Honestly. Well, I have this thing, and this is the funny thing as well. It's called hypermobility syndrome, right? And it wasn't diagnosed. I was in my 40s. I said, hypermobility. I don't move much, pet. I'm not that mobile. But it basically means that your joints and your things flatten out too much. So hence that makes me feet bigger and flatter.
Yeah.
Because of the kind of.
Oh yeah.
You know, the bendy thumb thing and everything.
Yeah.
But it's not funny. It doesn't help you when you're getting on, Ben. Can you see how that now I'm just using? So you can see some of the lines that the artist has used for the underneath. You know, even though you coloured it in, you'll still see some shadow lines. But don't feel you can't add your own and style it out. Like I'm going to add a little bit more frowny there. I'm going to make him look a bit meaner. Look at that. Whoa, what? He's got like a whole mean eye thing going on.
Yeah, he's got the evil eye going on.
Oh, he's not messing on now, is he?
Is he a goodie or a baddie?
He's a goodie.
Oh,
he's
right.
definitely a goodie, yeah. He's a goodie.
Who'd you say he is? He's Dumbledore's.
Yes, but he's you know, he's like magical creature, and he's got like he's very proud magical creature. Yeah. So you've got to you know, it demands respect, Ben. So, but can you see how that's coming together? And it's just fun. You could do a little bit of cross-hatching there if you want. So here, if I wanted to do a little bit there, as well as the feather marks, or just the line marks like that, you can also do a little bit of this, what they call the cross-hatching, to just give it a bit of shading as well. But that can be done before or after you've done your colouring. I would say do the colouring first, like I did, and then go ahead and put the pen work in. Do you want to see any more, or shall we? Are you happy to? I'm happy to colour in. I'm having a lovely time. I can just do this for the rest of the.
Could do the whole thing.
Yeah, absolutely happy. But what I would say is just go back over with that little. If you want to blend in the yellow to the red a little bit more, if you go back with a lighter colour, and then just go over the boundary areas a little bit, you'll get a little bit more of a softer blend, and it'll make more orangey colour in the transition. Like that there. And then he's looking all fiery and
that is brilliant.
cool.
And this is the thing again, isn't it? Like, there's different levels of obviously colouring. That is amazing. But what I would say again is, if you're new to it, don't try and colour and be Sheena straight from the off. Just enjoy what you do. Have fun with what you do. But
Yes.
the great thing is, Sheena, as I said, you're off to a winning start here because you've got the correct paper and I think some of the best pens around.
That's the important thing. And then when you're new to this, you think, paper, it's boring. It can't be that important. But when you know, like like, you know, for an artist, paper's the most important thing. Then they look at the rest of it. So yeah, definitely, you've got, everything's going to work. It's horrible learning something and it not going right, and you not know why it's not going right.
Yeah.
Because you don't know. You don't know what's letting you down. Nothing's going to let you down here. So you can teach and you can learn, you can improve with everything you've got.
The good news is as well is you know what you're getting these at the best price we've had them on for. So $34.99 or $44.99 is what we were selling them for when these were initially taken to those events like Comic-Con. Then we managed to get them on Crafters TV. I think we showed them maybe a couple of times, did a couple of shows, and we brought them back recently at that incredible price. So it's half price, but of course if you're in Club Inspire, you're platinum, you're then at $13.99 or $17.99. Let's just say thank you to Janice as well, who sent in her picture. Look at that! There you go, Janice, who was scared of doing a bit of colouring, watched me and Craig the other day. I mean, I absolutely love that, Janice. How beautiful is that? Absolutely fab.
Fantastic. That's really cute. That's brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Your granddaughter is absolutely going to love that, I'm sure. But thank you for sending that in. If you want to send in any other pics as well, feel free to. And if we can show them, we...
Oopsies.
Sheena's fallen over.
Tidying up. Just tidying.
I thought you couldn't fall over.
Yeah.
Yes, if you do want to send in any pictures, feel free to do so. And we will certainly try and show those. We're going to give you opportunity to get your carts and your baskets checked out. Don't forget, we have got the winter sale ongoing on the website. Loads of great deals there. I've seen deals are up to 90% off, so you definitely need to go and check that out. When we come back, more of your questions and your comments as well. And we'll be having a look at one of Sheena's collections, the double exposure. If you haven't seen that recently, be prepared to be blown away.
Come in, check my emails, then lay the shows out in the studio, set pack shots up. Then I will get new polls, pick shows, solve any problems that need solving. We deal with other teams where we receive marketing suites, we receive boards. We pick samples to send to Hobby Maker. We pick samples to send to QVC. We will take the previous shows out of the studios, set the new show up. We do floor manage occasionally, not all the time, making sure that the craft expert presenters have everything at hand that they need. Anything that they haven't got during shows, we will run about and get the products for them. Think on a morning when it's really quiet, I can get more done when there's nobody else holding. Night owl. Morning. Coffee on a morning, tea the rest of the day. Savoury. Normally lunchtime. Craft along. Mobile phone. Christina wrap. Barry White. You're my first, my last, my everything. Go home and make the tea.
When I'm working, it's quite busy because I have to get up really early to come in to work if I'm going to be travelling from London. But otherwise, I'm quite lazy. I spend a lot of time in bed. Best part of my day is when we come in and I get to see everybody. I really enjoy being up here. It's really nice to see all my friends, and this is my happy place. I do like to see everyone, and also, of course, if Christina's in, I'm getting my breakfast from Christina before I start the day. Riser without a doubt, never a night owl. I'm in bed at 9:30. Bath at night, shower in the morning. I'm very clean. Tea, the colour of He-Man. Both. I like pancakes with bacon and maple syrup. craft along, because there's always a softer side to craft along. My phone, my life is my phone. Yeah, the phone and the dog, unless I'm coming up here and I can't bring the dog in. My favourite lunch isn't lunch. My favourite lunch is afternoon tea. That's what I'd like. Lots of selection of sandwiches, some scones, or scones, some cream and jam, and some little cakes. But I couldn't have it every day because I'd be the size of a house. Oh, that changes with the moment. My favourite song at the moment is Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten. Or make myself a cup of tea and go and have a bath.
Welcome back, everybody. Paper pads in my cart, says Carolyn Cooey. The new paper pads. I've just placed an order, but I'm shopping around to see what else I can't live without. They are gorgeous. More on those to come tonight on Launch Party. Rosalind says, Ben, the Grindylows, Merpeople and the giant squid live in the Black Lake in Harry Potter.
There you go.
Yes, I'm a Potterhead.
I forgot. Fall fell out my head. I fall out my head when I walk in the room. I don't know what I've walked in the room for.
I've seen... When does Harry Potter start getting dark? The movies get a little bit darker. Is it from like the fourth one?
The third or fourth, yeah, with Sirius and all that, yeah. It's a bit to it.
I think we've seen the first three then.
But they get the films, the actual cinematography gets desaturated, the colours, and it looks much more grainy and moody. The whole feel of it, good stuff.
I'll sit and watch them all at some point, maybe over Christmas.
The first one's great for that Christmas scene.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's nice.
And a quick question before we just move on to your double exposure set from Pat. He says, I was setting up a craft room. I realised I have a lot of all-purpose paper, the white multi-purpose. He says, can I use the alcohol pens on that paper? And what other paints or ink can I use on it?
Well, yeah, you know what the clues are there. All-purpose. That's kind of like your does all paper. I've used alcohol pens on that as well. Nina's better, but I have used it. And also you can paint on that, you can use your inks on that. So yeah, anything water-based you can do on that paper. It's 300 GSM, heavy weight. So blending your inks, stamping on it, colouring with your water-based stuff. All your inks that we've got in the range will work on that paper. So
it's kind of like just a good all-rounder, isn't it? But
yes.
if you were to do, say, if you wanted the best, then you would branch either side. So alcohol, Nina.
That's right.
Watercolour.
They're like specifics.
Yes.
So that's like your general kind of like pool one. And then that way for your Nina for your pens, and that way with your watercolour for your water-based products.
There's always lots to remember, but yeah, can't go wrong with your multi-purpose. Double exposure.
Yeah.
Sounds like some kind of thriller, this, I would think.
Yes, exactly. Ooh, yeah. Starring Keira Knightley.
Yeah. Double exposure. £44 or $58.40 for this. Now, there's a showstopper option, but let me hold the boards and we'll get Sheena to talk us through this, because we launched this. Oh, don't even try and guess, Ben, because you don't know. You've got a set of beautiful masks and stencils. Okay, so you've got your owl in flight. You've got your hare. You've then got, as we discussed, well, howling wolf and wolf head, but also could be collie / Alsatian.
It could well be.
And then you've got a set of beautiful stamps to go with. So I'll let you explain.
Yeah.
But what's the thought behind this? How are we using these stamps with these beautiful masks and stencils?
Well, it's based on that photography double exposure effect, where you've got like a photo within a photo edge. So, you know, be a wolf maybe howling within the wolf outside scene and things. And so that's what it was based on. So what you would do, we're going to use the stencil first. You're going to put it on your card. Then you're going to stamp in the aperture with those stamps and create a scene. Then you're going to colour it in.
Yep.
And you're going to remove your stencil. And then you've got an outline of said animal, but with all the detail in the scene within it.
Very, very clever technique. So you get all of your masks and stencils and all of the stamps there too. Just before we get onto this with Sheena, I must just show you the showstopper as well here. So you get all those elements. The showstopper for an extra £15 or £25 instead of £39 or £52, you will get, there it is, just talking about it, 60 sheets of your, well, we just call it card now, but this is what was the multi-purpose card. Absolutely fabulous, as Sheena has already described, for a whole host of different colouring mediums. We also give you a pack of your aqua markers as well. So that is the set of Nature. So you're getting your 12 pens there, dual-ended pens once again. You've got your brush nib and your fine tip, but of course with those being aqua pens, you can get all of the different gradations of colour from each of the colours there, and then mix and match the colours around again as well. So 12 pens, yes, 12 colours, but a lot more than 12 colours. And then we also give you one of our blending tools as well. It is the square blending tool with the two replacement heads as well. So if you want to go for the showstopper, best value for money is £44 or £58.40. If you just want the new stamps and stencils and masks as well, details on the screen there, so £32 or £38.40. And again, I think you can pick and choose as far as those are concerned individually as well. But let's have a look at this. I really enjoyed the launch of these, and these proved very, very popular, whatever it was, a few weeks back. But you may well have missed that show. If you have, you are in for a treat. It was the 20th of November, so it was nearly a month ago, wasn't it now? God, blimey. What are we going to be looking at here, Sheena? Are we going to go with the wolf, the owl, or the hare, or the what?
Well, I think I like the wolf. Should we do the wolf? Do you want to see a couple of samples so it explains it as well, what we're talking about? Like there, you see, you've got that stencil's going to give the outline, and then you're going to do everything, all your arty things inside that. How cool is that? And there's the standing wolf, another example of that.
Amazing. And
the owl. So I'll just show you a few, and then we'll get playing. And then this one has got the wolf howling over the moon there. So
that's
this is
incredible.
One of the scenes. Yeah, so you can see it looks like fabric, that one. I love that. Some more samples. So should we have a play?
Yeah.
Alrighty then. So pop that there. So this is the principle's the same with whatever you're going to use. So I've got your multi-purpose card's great. I just happen to have some watercolour here, but either one's good. You're going to need some stick and spray, because that's your first thing. Let's do the open wolf head. Let's do that one. And you're going to take your stick and spray. Now the thing is with your stencils as well, obviously they can face either way. You can have them. But if you've got the stick, if you've used them a bit, the stick and spray is going to build up on one side. And when you spray it again, you'll actually find that you need to use less, because it kind of activates the stuff that's on there again. So make sure it's stick and spray, not stick and stay, because you want it to remove again. And also give it a few seconds for that carrier to evaporate. And then we'll just place that where we want it. So we'll put his head about there. I want it kind of in the corner of my image. So I'm going to put him like this, sat in the corner, so he's looking into the page. What I'm looking at with the head is that kind of thinking I want that to mirror the corner, the right angles. See there? And he's now anchored down. The other thing you can do is get your tape, and just to make things just to again double safeguard that you're not going to get ink where you don't want it to go, as I usually just pop a little bit extra along like that. I should have detacked this a little bit, like on your jeans, on your sweater, whatever, and just to take a little bit of the stickiness away, because you don't want to pull away the surface of your card as well. Now, the fun bit, we're going to stamp first of all, then we're going to colour. So we've got two sets of stamps to choose from, and we're going to mix and match across them, so it doesn't matter which one you use. Let's start with this scene here. Let's start with the distant mountains with the wolf. So these are photopolymer, and so they're super strong, super durable, but they are also transparent, and they'll hold the shape, so they don't squish when you stamp them like acrylic can. It won't give you like a double image or anything. Now the other thing you can do is if you want to make this look like it's further in the distance, we can use the pebble. Oh, that's going to drive me crazy. Let's stick that under there, or maybe the flagstone. But what you need to do is maybe do a second generation stamp. Let me show you what I mean. Because in the distance, things are going to be paler and they're going to be more fuzzy. They just naturally do when they go further back. So the first generation, that wasn't me this time, is that there.
I don't know what that noise was.
And then the second generation would be like that one there. So you see how much paler that is? Yeah. So it's up to you if you want to go for full on dark or a little bit lighter. I think for time, I'm just going to go and just stamp it up just as the full on the first one. But that's how you would think about that as well in the distance. So we'll pop that about there. And can you see I'm just stamping straight over my stencil like that, yeah?
Yeah.
And that's brilliant. I didn't want it as dark, so I didn't kind of press on it. You know when you're supposed to commit to the stamp one way or another?
Yeah. And rocker blocks or stamping platform, right?
Or stamping platform,
okay.
Absolutely. And I would say that on the bigger stamps, like on the other set, this one here, this big image here, don't use a block of any kind. You literally want to take that off your backing and ink it up and then put it where you want it and then just press it down, because what you'll find is the ridge of the stencil, because it's so big and it's less flexible, will prevent the edges stamping. So it's best taking that off and stamping it like that, and that's allowed. That's great. It's all good. So what we'll do as well is we'll put in, we can put a moon or a sun or whatever in the sky, but I think this is going to be a moon, and we're going to pop that maybe about like that. Now, the other thing you can do is we can take some of the ink off this as well and do a second generation stamp with that. Or you can just stamp more around the centre and less around the outside. But let's have a look and see what we're... So actually still it's quite pale because I've used a different technique. You can see how it just, by using the dots and not a solid line, it already makes it more ethereal for you. So we'll pop that maybe there. So we've got that. So you know, you see the scenes starting to come together.
Yeah.
And then we'll bring the foreground in. So we've got the distance, we've got the moon in the sky, and then we can bring some foreground elements in further to the, as we said, the front of the image. So I think I'm going to pop that, maybe that tree there. Let's pop that there. And then, so now this is where you can go with, if you wanted, you could go with a black ink so that it's coming further into the picture and it's going to have more drama and impact. Pop them about there like that.
Oh, wow,
and then I'm going to take some of the other trees, and even if I don't use them as full trees, I can use them as texture. So, and you're going to mix and match them across the sets anyway. So I'm going to take this little set of trees from the other group of stamps, ink that up, and then I'm going to just put some little detail, and I'm not worried about that. In fact, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do exactly that. I'm just going to take that off there like this, and I'm going to just pop, and this could be like, like brackeny type thing, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. You know, you're driving to Scotland and stuff, you've got all this, or the tops of some small trees or shrubs and things like that. Just gives it, depending on where you put it, it changes what it's saying to you. If it's further in the mid of the picture, then it is a clump of trees.
Yeah.
Where it's at here, it is very much just, shrubbery kind of texture, yeah?
PB Brewer Martins just says she loves the double exposure collection, one of the most exquisite sets ever.
Oh, thank you. It was so popular, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was like really mega busy when we launched it.
Incredible stamps, can be used in so many other creations as well, she says. Love, love, love. Thank you, Sheena and Crafter's Companion.
Yeah, we might have to bring you more double exposure.
Oh,
I think
I love that.
would be fun, wouldn't it? Definitely.
Yeah, that would be great.
Because I think as a system, it just works as well, Ben.
Yeah.
It's the stencil. Yeah, we can do that. And then you stamp inside it. Easy, we can do that. And then you get to do what we're going to do now and add some colour. And that part's easy as well.
What did you stamp with again, just to remind Rosalind?
I used the finesse and I used the flagstone.
Right.
So, yeah. And
was it the alcohol proof or?
It's the waterproof.
Waterproof,
yeah, because I'm going to use the inks on this now. So I'm just going to, and you don't need to use loads of colours either. Let's use that Midnight. Let's use a bit of damson, and let's maybe use a touch of the pine tree, and then a little bit of maybe Oasis. So what I'm going to do, let's start with the lighter colour here, and I'm thinking of this as water. So I may have some colour already on my, oh, you know what I was going to say as well, what you can do before I do anything else is I can take because I might smudge that, take that there, that is this positive, because then we've included that for you, and clean that up, all that ink that's on the outside.
Yeah.
So give that a wipe away because we don't want that smudging onto our image when we blend with the inks, yeah? So by putting that in there, we've protected the inside, which is the only bit we're worried about, and the outside actually, and now when we blend, that's not going to smudge. So don't forget that bit, that's important. I nearly forgot to tell you that bit. And now what I'm doing is I'm just going to go across there with this colour like that, straight across, nothing fancy, anything like that. And I might do a little bit in the sky like this, in the hills. So just one colour so far, that's super easy. So we're going to make this as easy as possible, right? We're not going to be too clever with it because you don't need to. You really don't need to make it more than it is. And we'll put the dark, the midnight now at the top. So this might have a little bit of black on this applicator, but again, I'm not worried about that. But this, so I want it darker at the top, coming down to a lighter colour at the bottom. I'm going to put a little bit of the dark here as well, and pop a little bit of green in that. But can you see how you don't really have to worry or stress too much about what you're doing with it? It's just going to work anyway. And then we'll pop a little bit of their purpley colour, so a bit of damson wine. Let's have a little purpley tint in there and on the water in the centre.
Wow, look at this.
Pretty, isn't it?
It is.
So again, it's up to you how dark or light you want it to be. You can make it quite pastel, and stencils are those things that you look like you haven't got much going on until you remove the stencil and you think, oh, there's more colour there than I realised. So I'm going to take this now. This is going to be muted because I'm already going over purple, but that's what I want. I don't want it to be a bright stark green. It's night time, so all the colours would be desaturated anyway, like that. And then I can take some of this, splodge it like that, and take a brush in the water, bring this in, and we'll paint the tree, and we'll also full bleach out the hills and the moon as well. So I'm going to take a small brush, don't dilute this too much, and then I can just scribble over like this. So not much water on this, just enough to activate the ink.
Yeah.
And it does work. This is much better than if you were using a wet ink. You want to apply anything that you can apply with your blending tools, or any inks is the way to go. If you used a watercolour, the watercolour would seep underneath your stencil. And you can do that. There's another way you can do it, is using a waxed freezer paper and cut it out, then iron it to the card. Yeah. If you're not sure, look on my my Facebook page,
waxed
and on the
freezer
inkettes,
paper.
then you'll see what that. So I had a range out with a much bigger version of this, and that's what we were doing, because but it's much easier if you don't have to. If you use your inks, it's much quicker. But there is an option with that. So I'm going to use just some water here and start to full bleach. Now I want to be careful because I'm coming near the edge of my card, and it will seep underneath there, even though it's a dry ink, because I've wet it, it will bleed underneath that stencil, and I don't want that to happen. So just be careful when you're putting the water on anywhere like that. I'm going to bring a little bit of light on some of these hills where the moon would be catching it. Can you see these bits here?
That's incredible, because what's become the hills there almost looks like his eye as well.
Yes, yeah, it's really a nice thing to do, and it's a quick process as well, Ben. It doesn't take ages to get a really good effect and look with this. And again, if you sell your cards, the full angel policy, people just love the way that it looks like little works of art, but you know that it's a pretty speedy process to get this achieved. Right, so we've got that now. So what you can do as well is we can add a little bit of gouache to that.
Okay, what does this do then?
So this is an opaque paint. So it's people call it like an opaque watercolour. It is basically just water paint. That's, watercolours by nature transparent. Gouache is the opposite. It's opaque. So that will happen with your gouache if you haven't used it for a bit. So just separate, but you just mix it together. But it's not like acrylic. You can still break it down again with water, like you can watercolour. Mm-hmm. Whereas acrylic will dry plastic, and once it's dry, it's dry. You can't reactivate it or remove it. So we've got the moon going on there like that, so that's lighter. And I like that it's not a solid disc, it's just a lighter version, and then you can pop that. And if you do this like quite thick, it can look like snow as well on the mountains. Can you see? By just
Snow is falling.
applying it like quite chunky rather than watering it down.
This is incredible. No wonder you're seeing people saying things like, this is the most exquisite set ever, and people saying it's the best thing they've ever bought. It's just, like you say, such a brilliant idea, but fairly simple to achieve dramatic results, isn't it?
It is, and that's it. It's a good level up because it makes you look really good, and you don't have to spend ages labouring over it or being that clever with it, because and as a designer, as someone who, my job is primarily to teach you guys to be good, not me be good, and I'd much rather that. That's the best bit of my job. This is when I come up with something like this that does that, and it's achievable for everybody, but it looks so good, is the best thing ever. So we can pop a little bit of snow or whatever in the sky as well by just popping a little bit like that.
Thank you, Ben, says Rosalind. Carol says, I would love more double exposure. It's definitely my favourite collection. Bears would be good.
Yes.
Or a
bears
big
would be
cat.
lovely. Yes.
Among others. When you say big cat, obviously you mean like a lion and not like Garfield, don't you?
The Garfield, yeah.
A cat with a lasagna. And yes, Sheena, please create a second offering in the double exposure collection, says PB.
There
you go, there's something for you to do over Christmas.
I'll speak to the people who make the decisions, and if they're happy with it, I can happily start showing me that. But this looks good with this mask on. Wait till we remove the mask, guys, and you're going to want to do that. How many colours did I use? What, 3 colours?
3, I think it was, yeah.
And a bit of white paint. Are you ready? This is the best bit. This is the, oh, you know what? I'm going to move that because that will I'll end up with this everywhere. Okay, so just make sure you clean up before you do the best bit, which is this bit now. I've got white paint all over my hands now. Okay, fine. I think we might be a bit needed.
Please.
And then we'll just take that away carefully. All right, okay. Ba, ba, ba. You ready?
That's incredible. Look at that.
Wow, it's cool, isn't it?
That's so good.
It's nice when you do it and I drew and I designed it, but I'm going, wow.
That's
you should
amazing.
say wow. You should be happy with what you're doing. You shouldn't lose that joy and pleasure. And I'm happy to say I haven't. I've still, makes me smile a lot when I see a plan come together like that. I'll trim that off there.
All right, Hannibal, over there. I love it when a plan comes
together. Yeah.
Oh my goodness me, so good. Love the demo, says Melanie D. Sheena, I could watch you all day long, says Janelle. Well, that's good because you got her all day long. And Gaz says, this is so stunning, I can't wait to open it on Christmas Day. Karen says, wow, Sheena just read my mind. I was going to ask how to get the stamped image close to the edge of the stencil or in the legs of the wolf, and she just showed us. Brilliant. Those are your stencils that you're working with from this collection, the Wild Nature. So you've got the owl and the hare, and then you've also got the wolf, so the one that Sheena just used there in that last demo, and you've also got that the howling wolf as well. And as we said, I think a lot of people love this for the fact that they were thinking, they could turn that into a howling dog, could be a collie, could be an Alsatian. You've got all the stamps to go with as well to be able to build up your scenes with. So this one is called Be One with Nature, and then the one that Sheena was just using, well, it's actually a combination of the two, but you've got Just Breathe included in there as well. So lots to be playing with, and you also get some sentiments to go with these two. Details on your screen for the showstopper, which also includes a blending brush. It also includes your aqua markers, so you're getting the nature aqua markers, so 12 of those dual-ended watercolour pens, and 60 sheets of our card as well, which was the multi-purpose card in a format life. If you just want the double exposure on its own. Then, of course, you can go for that shop the show for all of the details. Right, we are going to take a short break, give you opportunity to get your carts checked out. Wow, 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 says Carol Guy. Sheena, beautiful, you say. Don't forget, more to come. We'll show you some more deals the other side of this short break. The treat bags and also those new paper pads, which don't officially launch until tonight. But in the meantime, get to the checkouts, check out all the deals that we've got within the winter sale, and we'll meet you back here in 4 minutes.
I like to get up, chill, relax, get a cup of tea, then get myself sorted. I'm the presenter, I'll write all my notes. If I'm the demonstrator, I'll get my prep out, have another look at it, make sure that everything is the way it needs to be for the show, do the show. Then what I'll do is I'll grab something to eat, then have another look at the sheets again, making sure the next show's all good to go. Then we do that show, tidy. I always like to make sure that the area is nice and tidy, either for myself the next day or whoever's in. Jump in the car, head home. I will quickly unpack what I need to unpack, and then I get on that sofa as quick as I can. As soon as we go live, I love that within our live shows, I always get the butterflies. As soon as we get that countdown in our ear that we're just going live, butterflies kick in, and about 10-15 seconds, I'm going. Butterflies have gone, and we just enjoy the show. Early riser. Oh, shower in the morning. Tea. Oh, savoury breakfast. Masterclass. My mobile phone. Oh, anything with chicken. Currently, it is the weekend, Blinding Light, and it has been for about years, and I still love it. Apart from jumping in the car, chilling on the sofa, watching TV.
My day-to-day life is pretty busy in work. Literally, I get in the door, I check my polls, I then check what I've got to demo, I then get everything ready, and it's just busy from there. I have a meeting with the producer, the director, we get then sorted for the shows, talk to the presenter, and it depends what side I'm on. I mean, sometimes I'm doing the side, sometimes I'm doing the demonstration side, and I love both. It's actually who I get to work with. That's, yeah, I can't say no more than that other than anybody that works here. We are a big family. We're so super friendly. I love Ben. I love it when we work together. And I don't mean that I don't love anyone else. It's the fact that Ben is the presenter and then I'm demonstrating, and we just have this great rapport. Same with Greg, same with Deb, same with the whole team. So, yeah, the best part of the day is just getting to work with the best people in the industry. Oh, a night out. In the morning. Oh, none. I only drink water. Oh, well, I'm cutting out sugar, so it's got to be savoury. Masterclass. Oh, I can't leave the house without my lipstick. I love a baked potato. I relax, so I literally drive home normally and then I relax.
Welcome back. Rosalind says, I need the wolf stencil. I've got an idea to use it for my memory shadow box for my dog Rosie. Well, that is super cute. I love that. But I think a lot of people have said as well about that wolf stencil being perfect for their dog. And Mary Walker, I don't know if there's any plans at all for a second one, but she says, if there is any plans for a double exposure, what about an eagle?
Sorry?
An eagle for the double exposure
eagle.
if you do another one.
I love a flying eagle. Yeah, gorgeous. That'd be perfect.
Okay.
Bear, eagle, yeah.
Yeah. What else was there? Somebody said something else.
Sloth.
A sloth would be good. Snail.
Snail, absolutely.
Yeah. You just name, and we'll collate all the ideas, take it to the powers that be, and see what they say. Fox was one, yes. Deer.
Fox would be nice. Deer,
Oh.
definitely stag. Yeah, it'd be lovely.
A fish as well, apparently, has been suggested.
Yeah,
Like
well,
a-
you know what? I was thinking you could do like an underwater kind of theme one as well, couldn't you? With like a
Yeah, you
pirate boat or a
could.
fish or, you know, that kind of thing. Dolphin.
Dolphin.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Penguin.
Penguin.
Penguin. Yeah.
Keep the suggestions coming in. We'll forward on the relevant information to the relevant people. Just want to quickly show you before we disappear the Valentine's paper pad collection. I'll let Sheena flick through these and then I will show you some of the samples over here. These don't officially launch until tonight. However, we thought it might be quite nice, seeing as you got up early, to show you them in this show because they're on the website. They are there. So, you know, if you were thinking of buying them, we're doing the best thing, aren't we, by having a flick through and showing you everything you're going to get. So it's £16 or $23.20. It gets you your love letter, which Sheena will show you is the 12 by 12, and also the From the Heart, both 36 sheets, and they're different this time as well, Sheena, which is lovely.
Yeah, it is, absolutely, which is fabulous. It's kind of like investing in a kit, a card making kit, in these two pads. Let me show you why. You've got the full patterned side of the papers like this, and I love the fact that they can easily be quartered, and you've got 4 square cards. I love a square card. So if you're not using them as in like a scrapbooking page, a full page, again, look at 4 cards.
Yeah,
Done.
exactly
Sorted.
right.
You can see how they're easily going to quarter. We'll look at the reverse side in a minute, but look at these beautiful layered, different tones and so much to look at in these. And that's what makes a paper interesting. You know, you've got the bleached out areas, you've got the gorgeous old script in there, the postcards, the florals. It's such a... There's a lot gone into these papers, and that's what makes them interesting. That's why your eye wants to linger and look and find more things in it. And it's got that texture. And if you like mixed media, if you like shabby chic, if you want to do wall art, that would be a great base for a box frame. You know, those box frames that you can get from the Swedish place, you know? I hear it's really good.
I hear it's really good.
I got that from friends, yeah. I was Joe gave me that one, yeah. But anyway, but you can quarter that and put something in it. And, you know, use a texture piece on these. It'd be perfect with a bit of the white gesso over that and a little bit distressed, sanded it back. So your glitter piece, perfect. So you've got the main pages, and then on the other side you've got your more muted kind of that. You've still got things going on there, but you haven't got a main focal point. So that's where you can then stamp or put your decoupage elements on. You could cut out some of the florals from one side of the sheet and put it on the opposite side. You could pop your hearts, which we're coming to, from the other thing, and pop them on there.
Yeah.
So you see how you've got so much to play with in that one pad, and it's value for money because, again, each sheet 4 cards for me, easily 4 cards a time. So you can see where if you sell your cards, it makes it really affordable too. And it doesn't mean you're not like me. I'm not going to not ink, and I'm not going to not stamp, and I'm not going to not use my dyes and use texture paste and try and, you know, mess around with things. It just means I've got a great foundation already done, all the colour schemes worked out for me. Then I can just, like Ben says, put the embellishments, the little fripperies on the top that are going to make it even more exquisite and give it some shine, some dimension, some texture, some bling. Anything like that that will add to it. But these, I love that. This is not just a replication of the big one shrunken down this time.
Yeah.
It's a whole new thing in its own right. So you literally, again, can stick that on a card.
Yeah.
If the next one, you could cut that out and decoupage it up. Or you could, again, you know, be more frugal and cut this guy out, then put something else over the top and just keep mixing and matching with them. Don't have to use them as they are. But if you want to use them as they are, they're perfect just to go with a little bit of embossing. You know, use your glycerin. You can paint that heart with glycerin. Paint that with glycerin. Put some clear embossing powder on, heat it, and you'll get a shiny heart on there. Put some sparkly embossing powder on, and you'll get then a shiny, sparkly heart. You can use all of those things with these papers. I love the card that's Ben's got to show you there. This has been cut out, and it's used as a on the box. It's a gorgeous, yeah. absolutely fabulous. So there's a card and then there's a box with an inlay acetate in it. Perfect. I love that they've done this. I like that. I hope that we would do that going forward a little bit more, Ben. I think this is a great idea and I think you're liking it too. Look at that. That's just asking to be cut out, isn't it? And decoupaged.
I like that one there again, which has just been like cut out, and that one's clear embossing powder over the top.
That's it. And look, it's your cards. Look how gorgeous it looks. That's a posh card.
It is a posh card.
Yeah.
That's a £5, £7 card. That is
absolutely. Seriously, you know, people are going to look at the finish. It's all about how good and your precise matting and layering. That's where your eye goes to. You just need to cut these out well, put that little bling on it, and make sure you've got good matting and layering, and you're good to go. Again, look at that as a gift. You could put your notelets in that. Imagine selling that box, doing 10 notelets with this set, and selling that as a kit. And it's not just for Valentine's, the heart's for...
No, for whenever. You can send love whenever you like.
Absolutely.
It's lovely as well. The paper's 180, so you do have the opportunity to make little boxes and little gift bags with as well, which is quite cute.
I love that it all coordinates. And you know what the thing is as well, is if you're selling at a stall or a craft event, it looks better if you put all the coordinating things together. Don't have a mishmash of styles. Make a few things with that collection and group them. And that's how it's going to look. Wow.
I got some little loose hearts in there. Look, how cute is that inside the little letterbox?
I posted the hearts.
Yeah, pop them through. Super cute. It's got a little magnetic clasp on there.
You really like that one, don't you, Ben?
Yeah, I really do.
Yeah.
I do. I also like that little box. Well, not a little box, big box.
Gorgeous, isn't it?
So you've got, you know, Valentine's taken care of here because you can make all of your beautiful cards, and then, of course, you can then you know, add on, you know, your papers onto your boxes for all of the treats that you want to send as well. So it's absolutely perfect. More on those tonight, all right? So we're going to be showing you those officially on Launch Party. In case anyone asks, you never saw them here. We didn't show you them. We are launching them tonight.
That's right, Craig. Yeah. This is coming from Debbie Robinson.
What I will show you, though, is something that we did show you yesterday, which we had on the show, were the goodie bags. So these were our winter sale bags. Sheena will like this one because it's full of ink pads. This, basically, the deal, I think, is still live where you get 50 bonus points on each bag. And if you decide to buy 3, pop a 4th one in for free. When I say that, what I mean is buy different bags. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 6 different goodie bags. So if you decide that you want to buy 3, put a 4th one in for free. If you put in more of the same one, 2 of the same one, you'll get duplicates. But this ink pad bag was very popular. Basically, I did some Moseby maths on this, and if you're platinum, it works out that you're going to get 5 ink pads for free. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's say, well, those are your 5. You get a mixture of everything in here, Sheena, because we're going to give you a selection of our shimmer ink pads with the gold shimmer. Gold shimmer. Wah, 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 wah. These are perfect again, aren't they, for doing your blending, turning your, you know, your regular cardstock into almost like Centura Pearl. But also you can do your heat embossing with these, can't you?
Yes, you can. Absolutely. Thicker, gloopier ink, that is. Opaque too.
That is your... Oh, I can't read upside down back to front, sorry. Secret Garden, and then your Cosmic Purple, plus you're going to get your Golden Honey. So you've got the 3 different colours from the shimmer ink pads in the gold. Then we are going to give you, from the Quick Dry collection, I'm sure I saw another one here. Yes, I did. I saw 2 more. So you're getting 3 quick dries.
You don't know you do that trick, you know, where
like that.
Let's go. Which one, where is it? Right.
Where is it? Follow it. Which one's it under? Which one's it under? That one. Wrong. So you're getting your quick dry, does exactly what it says in the tin. In the pink tulip, your lagoon, and then your straw bale. Then we're going to give you 3 of our opaque pigment ink pads. So these ones, again, great for doing your blending with, great for doing your heat embossing techniques with. You've got the Damson Wine there. You've also got the Twilight Grey, and we've got the Baby Blue. And then lastly, we're going to give you one of our water reactive ink pads as well, which is the Frosty Jade. So a nice selection. It's like a nice little try-me bag, that, isn't it? A bit of everything there.
It's like a selection box, isn't it? But instead of chocolates, it's ink pads for Christmas.
Yeah.
Like that.
£20 or $28 is basically like we're giving you 5 for free within that bag, and we're giving you 50 bonus points as well. The Christmas one, I'll rattle through here because I'm hearing time is running out in my ear. This was very popular yesterday. So the Christmas bag, it's like you're paying for your chunky ribbon. So we're giving you 4 reels of super chunky ribbon in the red and green, 2 inches wide, 2 meters on each. So you're getting the block colours of the red and the green, and then your striped red and green. I mean, even if you were just buying it to do that, I think it would be marvellous. We're also giving you this beautiful set of dies as well, which is the Christmas cheer set. There's your value. All right, so that's £20, $28. Everything else you are getting for free. 3D embossing folder from the Jingle All the Way collection. Arnold's favourite, this one. That is the sound of Christmas. Also, you're going to get the set of dies, so 6 dies in here, which is all of those beautiful Christmas bells. Then from the Christmas Rose collection, really lovely stamp and die set, which allows you to create that beautiful season's greetings sentiment, and you've got the die to be able to cut out your sentiment. Then from the Holly and Ivy collection, you've got the beautiful scroll with holly. Obviously, this is all of like the holly stamps and the holly and the ivy message, but then nothing to stop you using the scroll and the actual die itself to pop a message on any other time of the year. And then lastly, but by no means leastly, my favourite Christmas sentiment of all time. And I actually checked this out last night on the Disney Channel to check that it was the font from the Muppets Christmas Carol. It definitely is. That Merry Christmas die, I think, is just the best one we've ever done. I love it. It's Christmas in a die, that. It really is.
That.
It's
That's
cute,
fun.
isn't it?
I'd have the bag just for that.
Yeah.
That there.
And you're getting it for free in the bag. 50 bonus points. All of that should be £72, $90, 20 quid or $28. Do you want to do one more very quickly? Did you say? Oh, we're all good. Okay. So those are on the website. Choose 3, get a 4th for free. There's a whole selection. There's Halloween there as well. We've got Sarah's Signature, Nature's Garden, and more. Sheena, thank you for a fantastic show. We are back together tonight live at 5. And lots of fun coming up, right?
Absolutely, yeah. We'll be freestyling it, you know, making questions, ask. Yes, keep them, make it interactive.
Yeah.
It's good to talk.
It is good to talk. Good to talk. That was Bob Hoskins, that wasn't it?
Hoskins.
Bob Hoskins. Good to talk. And it's also in a Sheena show, as Carol's saying here, good to have a pen and paper handy, because she says, does anyone else come up with brilliant ideas whilst watching Sheena and then forget them when you sit down to make something beautiful? That's just my life generally, actually, that I think about things and think, oh yeah, that'd be good, or like, you know, think about something in the show and then half an hour later I've forgotten what I thought. Very versatile and beautiful papers, says Amelie Batiste as well. Those will show you more of in the launch party show. Also coming up tonight, the vintage scrapbook and distressed florals papers are back. Double exposure, layering florals are on there as well. We've got aqua markers. It's going to be a great show tonight, live from 5 o'clock. So we'll see you there for that. Massive thank you to Sheena for a fabulous Colour Me Happy. Feel like we learned a lot and we saw a lot of great techniques as well. And we will be back for more later. Don't forget the winter sale continues over on the website too. Up to 90% off certain items. So even if you're on a budget, there's lots to look out for. We'll see you later. Until then, bye for now.